Person stuffing
Hello. Do you have
hook ropes? As in rock climbing equipment?
Yes. How much?
Oh, the whole thing? Let me see.
Deal.
Wait.
What, you want me to drive down the price? We just need these as fast as possible.
Oh, no problem at all. I'll even pass along some information on the house. All right.
Now we need the obsidian. Let's go talk to the...
Excuse me, do you sell obsidian?
Why, yes. I've got a chunk for sale right over...
Perfect. Is that the only one, though?
That might be tough. Tell you what, I'll take a look through these boxes over here, and we'll see what...
Thank you so much.
Relax. Everything's going according to...
I know, it's just... I could tell Vichama feels the same way about his friend that I do about Kachina. I hope this chunk of obsidian isn't the only one. Kachina always carries all...
Well, would you look at that? I did bring an extra. Here you go, young lady. Here you go. How's he doing?
Do you know what happened?
I heard Melko was up 5 years ago, but on the eve...
Then what happened?
The team agreed. Vichama didn't... It's just... Vichama went into a deep... Oh, you're... I've tried... The abyss has... Anyway...
I've made all the necessary adjustments, so we're good to go. As agreed, I'll help you find Kachina's ancient name, and then you return the favor. Go ahead. Yes. After Malko fell, I scoured the battlefield to see what happened. It turned out he wasn't bested by some impossibly powerful foe. He was dragged to his grave by the sheer number of enemies. If I had been there, I would have been able to sense the danger. I could have warned them not to I've always blamed myself for what happened. But when you told me about Kachina, I realized there's a chance Malko might also be alive, fighting for survival in the Night Kingdom.
But that happened several years ago, right? The Pyro Archon said all life within the Night Kingdom eventually becomes one with the Sea of Souls.
There might not be much hope, but I still have to try. Malko and I promised each other. All right, let's get to it. I'll start searching for the conceptualized version of Kachina's ancient name. If you see any fragments scattered around the area, please collect them. Make sure you prepare yourselves for battle. As I said, the stone will link the mortal realm to the Night Kingdom. The abyss will likely emerge in response.
Look at that golden thing. It must be one of those fragments Vichama mentioned. Let's get closer.
What a nuisance. You can't run! Punishment! There is no escape! You can't run! Now you shall perish!
Hold the line!
Shine down!
How much longer, Vichama?
Not long! We're getting close!
Vichama!
Quick! Take it! I found Kachina's ancient name. Hang in there, Malko. Just a little longer.
Something's not right. The power of the Abyss is getting stronger.
The Abyss is corroding his body! Vichama, you can't keep going, you'll die!
I should have died 5 years ago. I just need a little more time. Please, I'm almost there. Thank you.
Whoa, watch out! The power of the Abyss is strong.
This power.
Hanging in there?
Malco. No! Why can't I find him?
We can't wait any longer. Pull him away from the stone.
I already tried, but the power of the Abyss has him in a chokehold. It's like he's
In that case, we have no choice. Get back!
Chaska, wait!
Ouch! What happened just now? It looked like the spirit.
The stone's power was spiraling out of control. The only way to stop it was to destroy it. You were all caught in the shockwave of the explosion. You might feel dizzy for a while, but
Give us a heads up next time, will you? You're lucky we managed to dodge it in time.
I thought I said to get back.
Yeah, barely a second before you made it go poof. Not everyone has your reflexes, Chaska. We were this close to getting dragged into the explosion.
Okay, I'll be more careful next.
At least Kachina's ancient name is still in one piece. Vichama!
Vichama!
I couldn't find Malco's ancient name. It must be completely gone by now. Once your ancient name disappears, there's no coming back. From the very beginning, I knew there was a slim chance, but... And now...
Vichama.
I'm sure he's heard enough condolences over the years. Let's just give him some space.
Huh? What's that in your hands, Vichama?
Huh? This is...
Hey, Malco.
Not enough to swing a sword.
I never thought I'd...
Guess I have something to... Pisak. Maybe you're right. Vichama. Don't be sad. Just keep on living. For the both of us.
Was that?
Seems like we were able to salvage something after all.
Of course. Seeing him, hearing his voice again, it makes me... But...
A deeper pain.
Malco was always the type to put on a brave face. For all these years, I regretted not being able to fight alongside...
Vichama.
I'm fine. When you asked for my... But... Once allowed to fester, guilt... If I could do it that way, there are critical... That's something...
Thank you, Vich. I promised I would find her.
That's good to hear.
Once abyssal corrosion enters the body. Thanks to her, though. Just speaking from experience.
Anyway, we've recovered Kachina's ancient name, so we're off to a great start. Let's get Vichama back to his tribe and...
Koichi, are you really gonna just...
I think you know exactly what...
Honestly, it's just one thing after another with you two. They're back.
Koichi?
Don't play dumb with your own sister. You know My apologies, everyone. I just need to borrow Chaska for a few minutes. You come with me.
I'll be just a moment.
Who was that?
Koichi, Chaska's younger sister. Although the two aren't actually related by blood, it's kind of a long story. It's not really my story to tell. She was that's strength.
I remember those days. Eventually, she found... It sounds like she's still...
That's...
Oh, I get it.
I'm all for your adventure. Still...
All right, it's just the two of us now. You have 1 minute to explain yourself.
I don't have anything to say. You don't have to approve, but you should know I only do what's necessary.
That attitude is exactly the problem. It's like you don't care. You try to sneak off to the Night Kingdom behind my back and then play it down as if it's just a trip abroad.
Well, technically I am going abroad, right?
Again with the excuse. We agreed, didn't we? There are 4 levels of danger. If it's not something urgent, you can only engage in level 2 danger and below. You can only go up to level 3 if a situation is so dire there's absolutely no But a trip to the Night Kingdom? If that's not a level 4, I don't know what is!
What do you mean, sneak into the place? I always planned on walking in there with my head held high.
You bought off Uncle Wina, didn't you? He promised me he'd stop you from doing anything dangerous.
You feel like he went back on his word. What if I told you my mind was made up, and there was nothing he could have done? Not even by force.
Oh, I knew it!
This is important. If you were in my shoes, you'd make the same decision.
You don't know that! I'm a doctor, and I handle logistics. If you're...
All right, whatever. Anything else?
What do you mean, anything else? Why don't you reflect on what you've done and promise me you'll stay put?
Time out. Is this one of our normal arguments or a serious one?
Chaska, does it sound like I'm joking?
Then... you need to know something. What happened to Kachina was partially my fault. I can't leave her there to die. That's not who I am.
But the person you become when you lose control...
That's a different issue. You said it yourself. A person is only as good as their morals. If I want to live in Natlan, I need to display qualities that make me worthy of this nation.
I've also told you that managing your...
Sometimes you have to make sacrifices. All right, let's stop this here. If we keep going, I might actually have to get serious. And I think Wina prefers his roof attached to his house.
Is that a threat? That sounds like a threat to me.
Koichi! Younger sisters are supposed to listen to their elders.
So, you're really going to go, no matter what I say?
Then support me. I'll be back. All you have to do is wait.
So, that's it.
You two are something.
Something you wanted to say?
I know you aren't related by blood.
Really?
You know, I said that very thing. It's not my place.
Thank you.
Anytime. According to Kinich, it's an important ceremonial artifact, so it'd be safer to keep it with me.
If only Tonegif Bard was here, he could have repaired it just like the Holy Liar.
It might be in a few more pieces than you remember.
Huh? I see. Sounds like it was an urgent situation. If someone's life was on the line, then you had no choice. Still, Citlali's going to be a nightmare to deal with now that you've broken her stuff. I'll explain everything to her later. Stay safe out there in the Night Kingdom, okay? I'll wait.
ancient name, too!
Well, it's fairly complicated. Let me give you the condensed version.
The Fatui again? We can't go anywhere without them causing trouble.
But what if the Fatui finds out you've lost your power? Won't they try to take advantage of the situation?
That's why it has to be our little secret. No one else can know, or we're asking for trouble. Look, I wish I could offer you some sort of consolation, but I won't lie to you. With multiple factions closing in, there's nothing comforting about the situation we're facing. Still, all you need to do is focus on your goal. You can leave the complicated matters to me.
I can also step in on the Pyro Archon's behalf. There's a limit to what I can accomplish, but I'll help you however I can.
There's no need to be so modest, Yan-san. Your incredible strength has long been a well-known fact. You're the pride of your tribe.
Archon, I'm sorry about before. You have so much on your plate, so much that you have to worry about. But all I could do was focus on my own feelings.
You have nothing to be sorry about. We all get overwhelmed by our emotions, myself included. Your reaction to Kachina's disappearance, I understand that feeling very well. Well, now that we have Kachina's ancient name, let's go track her down. Follow me.
What is this place? Hey, isn't that Atea's talisman?
Good eye. This is where I store all the various mementos I've collected.
Whoa. I've never seen this place before. There's so many things in here.
It looks like there are items from every tribe. Collecting them must have taken a lot of effort.
I suppose you could think of it as a hobby of sorts. In Natlan, everyone grows up listening to the stories of heroes. And physical items do a far better job of preserving those stories than our own memory. Now, I still have some preparations to make for the ceremony. If you're curious about an item, I'm more than willing to tell you.
Alright, what? Atea's talisman.
I'm sure you're familiar with this one already.
There are so many jars and potions around here. Do they have anything to do with alchemy?
No, those belong to the Masters of the Nightwind. They're ceremonial tools used to amplify the ability to communicate with the Night Kingdom and the Wyab. Yamaya is an expert in this field, and she taught me a lot. Even though she appears stoic and serious, she actually has a keen sense of humor.
Ooh, must be something
This fish...
Hey, there's a fishing rod here.
That's right. He and I met in a tavern. In his...
So, did he do it?
The next time he managed to... Can a fisherman...
Well, Paimon...
That was my answer. In the end...
Wait, that means...
Maybe we can go ahead.
Whoa, that belt is bigger than Paimon's head!
The Collective of Plenty are known for their bodybuilding competitions and the association, and even if a warrior had the strength to put it on,
Sounds like...
so the owner of he would often wear.
Or he made a lighter version so he could wear it all the... Whoa, this weapon is
That weapon belonged to Tenoch, a hero from 500 years ago. Strictly speaking, he didn't belong to any single tribe. That's because even before the disaster with the Abyss broke out, he had already been exiled.
Exiled?
It was a punishment imposed out of necessity, but he accepted it all the same. He believed it was what he deserved. When the Abyss attacked, the tribes found themselves in urgent need of a powerful figure to lead them into the battle. And there was no one more courageous or resolute than him. He united the 6 tribes and accomplished great feats throughout the war. Ultimately, he perished. And because he had already lost his ancient name, the Ode of Resurrection was unable to bring him back. And so, he was laid to rest, alongside the countless warriors.
Wow.
Indeed. Even now, his story is told throughout the land. The powder still needs some time to settle, so let's wait a little while. Well, what do you think of my collection?
Yeah, if each item represents a different story, seems like Natlan's really been through a lot. Does every item hold a special memory?
That's right. The items in my collection actually serve a similar purpose to the ancient names passed down among the tribes. They demonstrate the true shape of time.
The shape of time?
Most people perceive time as a linear concept, almost like a straight line that can only move forward. We cannot change the past or predict the future. But there's also a different theory, one that I believe...
At once?
Let's say your journey ended right now. Thinking back on your experience in each nation, which one would you say was the most important? Exactly. Even at the end of your journey, the things you experienced along the way don't cease to exist. They become part of who you are. Take out a portion of that journey, and you would likely make very different decisions, and eventually arrive at a very different destination. The future is the same way. It exists even though it has yet to come to pass. Of course, there are those with the power to foresee the future. They simply call it by a different name.
That does kind of...
Humanity excels at living in the present. But too often, while the pilgrimage, only by uniting the people of Natlan across to come up with such a set of rules. The first Pyro Archon must have possessed a level of insight I can... That's correct. Namely, a framework, through which, by holding the pilgrimage, we're able to determine the strongest among us. In addition, the sacred flame will grant...
So, it all comes down to the power of the divine throne. Wait, is that a family portrait?
Yes. That's my mother, father, younger sister, and the little saurians we raised. I turned a piece of my dad's leather armor into a canvas and commissioned a famous artist to paint our likeness.
Your sister is so cute! It looks... Paimon was having a hard time thinking of an Archon as an ordinary person, but see, it really doesn't look like there was anything special about you before. Oh, wait, is Paimon allowed to say that?
A little late for that question, don't you think?
Sorry! Paimon's so sorry! Paimon's mouth...
It's all right. I'd never get upset over something like that. No matter what others may say, my past is a precious part of my identity. I'm forever proud of the life I used to lead. Becoming the Archon doesn't mean you sever ties with your family. My father made the most delicious stew, so my sister would often bring me a large pot of his cooking, and he would sit on a... One time, we didn't close the door securely, and the Saurians you were raising ran into the room and knocked over the entire... My sister immediately burst into tears. The two troublemakers were going for the meat, but when they saw my sister's distress, they froze on the spot. I still remember the way they laid there, sulking like a pair of children, even after making such a mess. It was
Wow.
Isn't that what being a family... As the Archon, I made a vow to defend this nation, and experiences like that...
Well, what happened after that?
I believe she ended up working as an architect and artist. She built many houses and crafted many beautiful works of art. Anyway, that's enough about me. Now that place the ancient name up there, and then we'll begin. Surely as the echoes of life resound through heaven and earth, so too shall our stories remain eternal. Ancient name, take us to your fated bearer. Allow her to answer our call.
Am I hallucinating again?
Kachina! Are you okay?
Huh? I'm not seeing things, am I?
It's okay, Kachina. It's just us. We're trying to find a way to bring you back.
Everyone, you have to listen to me. I've been investigating the Night Kingdom this entire time, and I figured out what's wrong. The Wyup is being affected by the Abyss. I was waiting for the Wyup to send me back, but then this really strong monster came in and it almost killed me. The Wyup saved me, even though its power is weakening. So I've been hiding from the monsters while trying to find a way to help. The Night Kingdom has become a huge mess, though.
Don't listen to those sounds, Kachina. The Abyss is trying to strip you of your sanity. All you need to do is stay safe and wait for us.
It's okay. I feel so much better now that I've had the chance to talk to you guys. You don't need to worry about me. I've never been strong or special at all, really. So I don't blame anyone for forgetting about me or leaving me behind. I'll find a way back.
You're always like this, Kachina. Now's not the time to act tough. We're coming for you. I don't know what lies the Abyss has been feeding you, but I'll tell you something right now. Nobody here sees you as a burden. You're a victor of the Night Warden Wars, a hero of Natlan. All you need to do is wait for us to rescue you, and you'll get all the applause and recognition you deserve.
Still, I don't want you to put yourselves in danger because of me.
All you need to do is place your trust in us, just like you always have. No one fights alone. We're not leaving you behind.
Yeah, we're so close. We can't call it quits now. Thank you. Be careful.
Looks like we've lost contact. Now comes the most dangerous part. You have to traverse the Night Kingdom in your physical form. This entrance to the Night Kingdom was left behind after an abyssal invasion. Even a brief amount of time inside could expose you to...
I know. I'm prepared for that possibility.
All right. Then I wish you all the best. I'll tell Koichi to be ready just in case. She's very experienced in dealing with abyssal corruption. That face you just made. Don't tell me you two got into another argument.
No, I just feel bad for creating more work for her.
I'll go with them too, Archon. The more people, the stronger the party.
Thank you so much for your help, everyone.
Now that I've lost my power, I won't be able to provide much practical support. But I can still keep an eye on the situation from here. Eon-san, I know it's unlikely, but if you encounter a situation you can't handle...
That won't happen.
I hope not.
I'll keep this close.
I got you, boss.
So we're underneath Natlan right now?
That's because in the distant past, Natlan was home to an incredibly advanced civilization ruled by Humans only established their own society after the fall of the dragons.
So these are Saurian ruins? Wait, you mean like the elemental sovereigns?
Yes, a really long time ago. Very few records have survived until now, so no one really knows what the devices here are for. These ruins have been abandoned for a long time, but with the recent
So what you're saying is, we're not in for an easy trip.
No, it's going to be obstacle after obstacle from here on out.
Why are you all laughing like—
It's the pre-adventure excitement kicking in!
Of course. I'm eager to get started.
Then let's go!
Seems like the road ends here. How should we get across?
As a professional trainer, I think you could stand to build up your endurance, Paimon.
Professional trainer? Paimon thought you were a warrior from the Collective of Planning.
Well, that goes without saying. But I actually work as a sports coach. I provide professional guidance for many of Natlan's popular sports. And I don't just mean physical training. I design nutrition plans as well.
Ah, so basically no sugar, no soft drinks, no grilled meat. Those guys look familiar.
We've fought them before. Let's go. Show no mercy.
Look alive! You can't run!
Lights out.
Illusion shattered!
Rest and rebuild!
Judgment! Buckle up!
Allow me! Oh, the place we need to go seems really high up. Rest and rebuild!
Shine down! Look alive!
Torrent, bring refuge! Hold the line!
Yeah! Punishment! There is no escape! Torn to oblivion! Let's get it on! You can't run! Gloves off!
Rest and rebuild!
Illusion shattered!
Yeah!
Illusion shattered! Now you shall perish! Absurd!
Rest and rebuild!
You can't run! Punishment! Look alive! You're dead meat! Inazuma shines eternal! There is no escape!
This is the final stretch. We just need to climb up, and we'll be there. Nothing to it. Easy for you to say.
This must be the entrance the Pyro Archon told us about. The one ripped open by the abyss.
Yes. There's something in the depths of this place that feels familiar, yet also foreign.
We actually have... Okay, Paimon just needs to psych herself up. Don't push her through before she's ready. You don't have to drag Paimon! You're pulling too hard!
Looks like we made it. This is the Night Kingdom.
It looks so different from what I imagined in the story.
That overflow of energy is probably what trapped Kachina here in the first place.
From this point forward, everything we know about the real world no longer applies. Anything can happen here.
Paimon's more worried about how we're gonna make it out. We obviously can't go back the way we came.
Do you see that patch of light on the ground? It's shining down from that fissure in the sky.
Oh yeah, right in front of us. So that's coming from up there? Oh,
Just like I said, our real-world knowledge doesn't apply here. We fell all this way, yet came out completely unscathed. If this was the real world, we'd have to climb our way back up to the entrance. But here, all we have to do is stand underneath the light and offer a prayer.
That's it? Right. We still got a job to do.
So that means all we need to do is find Kachina and bring her to this location.
Exactly. This light is streaming in from the real world. It's a link between the two realms.
The terrain looks difficult to navigate, and the visibility's not great either. How are we supposed to find Kachina in these conditions?
Yeah, these floating black things don't look super friendly either.
Those are all manifestations of abyssal power. Be careful.
Ghost! Attacking ghost!
Calm down, I'm here to help. You're the ones who helped Vichama, right? Yes, I'm Vichama's friend, Malko. I was completely lost to this realm until I sensed a mysterious power calling out to me. It's like it was seeking me out, attempting to reassemble the pieces of who I used to be. Of course, it could only do so much. I'm sorry I can only appear before you in this
No, we should be the ones apologizing. If the Spirit Speaker stone hadn't become corrupted by the Abyss, we could have done, but we had to destroy it.
Of course. Under the power of the stone, it turns out even our regrets were exactly...
Whether in triumph...
Exactly. You're looking for a young girl from the Children of Echoes, right? She's being chased by an embodiment of abyssal power. I'd like to help her while I'm still in this form, so follow me. Be careful. This place has been severely corroded by the Abyss.
Paimon didn't realize it had gotten this bad.
It's like a seething volcano ready to engulf our world at any moment.
Ouch!
Quick, get back here. You can't... Stick close to me. My power will be able to ward off attacks for the time being. We won't be able to keep this up. Let's try another route. This way. Not good. More monsters.
We shouldn't waste our time on them.
You can't run! You ain't messing around!
Oh, Paimon can't see anything!
It's easy to get lost here. Just stick close.
Did you hear that?
What?
Never mind. It was
Don't scare Paimon like that!
I heard it too.
What did it say?
Doesn't matter.
Paimon just heard it too! Let's keep going. Paimon wants to get out of this place!
You're here, Kachina!
Oh, honey?
Looks like our reunion will have to wait until we take care of these monsters.
Good idea. Let's go! Into it!
Gloves off!
Allow me!
There is no escape!
You're here! You're finally here! Thank you so much! That monster can appear from anywhere! The Y-Up's power helped keep me hidden, so I just tried to stay out of sight until you...
Had a girl.
Should we start heading back then?
Actually, I have a request. Will you come visit the Y-Up with me? I can't exactly put it into words, but... something's wrong with the Ode of Resurrection.
That was the Pyro Archon's theory as well. Everything we've seen here certainly seems to back it up.
In the Night Kingdom, there are 6 main totem poles representing the Wyab of each tribe. You can think of them like the body of each Wyab. Additional totem poles, like the ones around here, serve as proxies to which the Wyab can extend their consciousness. There are countless proxies scattered around the Night Kingdom. Through them, the Wyab can extend their consciousness over the entire realm and track down souls no matter where they roam. But if a proxy were to become severely contaminated, then a soul could become lost.
Judging by the current situation, I don't think we're dealing with just one contaminated proxy. Even if we could drive back the abyssal power from one of them, that probably wouldn't even put a dent in the problem.
Still, we can't just leave the Y-Up to suffer.
I agree. We might even manage to draw out the monster that's been hunting Kachina. Getting rid of the monster might slow down the deterioration of the Night King.
Kachina? What's wrong?
Nothing. Just a headache.
Maybe we really should leave. Kachina's already been here for too long.
No, I'm fine. Just up ahead. I'll lead the way.
Listen to me, Kachina. We'll come with you, but that's because we want to help the Y. You don't have anything to prove either. It's okay.
All right.
We've already come all this.
Let's go.
I'll stay here and try to stall the Abyss monster.
All by yourself?
It's all right. I don't have much time, so go.
Thank you for everything.
You're true. Does your head still hurt? Let me help you walk.
I'm fine. You should know I'm made of stronger stuff than that. Y-Up, I'm back. My friends and I are here to heal you. Y-Up.
So we were right. The contamination is already too severe. It's preventing the All right, get ready, everyone. Time to purge the abyssal energy from this place.
Careful. We've got company.
Already?
You really think that puny soul could slow me down? He tried to get in my way.
You killed Malcolm?
He would have dispersed with or without me. Rather than worrying about him, you may have defeated others of my kind in the past, but underestimate me no. The power of the Abyss is intoxicating. I thought this naive little girl was an exception, but it turns out humanity is full of lambs willing to offer them. That is the tragedy of your short ancient names. The Pyro Archon created those grandiose ideals out of pure selfishness. Don't believe me? Then ask yourself, why is the Pyro Archon strong beyond measure, while you, Kachina...
Kachina, give me your hand. Feel that?
Thanks, Moalani. Because I'm not alone anymore!
You're right. Maybe comforting ideals don't have any power, but you also couldn't be more wrong. You've never had to work for your own strength, so you will never understand the true source—
What?
The courage we have to stand before you and not back down? It comes from our friend. The power lies not in the ideal itself, but in our commitment to upholding that ideal. And in our—
Well said!
Let's go, Kachina. It shouldn't take more than 2 of us to handle an enemy like this.
Sorry in advance, but you deserve what's—
There aren't many in Natlan who can beat us when we're together. It's time—
From the ashes, to make the world anew.
Check this out! That's the ladder!
Oh, chill out right here! Drilling down!
Let the flames of redemption burn!
Yes!
Flame command!
Woohoo!
Is the time for my coming?
Oh!
Revelation from on high! But live!
Carving way! Catching at the flame! Off we go!
The fate of this world is already sealed.
We won! We actually won!
That's what he gets for— Fantastic work, Kachina! This makes me so—
I'm happy too, Moalani. Together we really are unstoppable.
Huh? My ancient name is glowing?
It's probably a projection from the real world. But that doesn't explain why it's
Wait, does that mean you're—
That was a bold move, diving headfirst into the fire to save your friend, especially in a place so overrun. Still, seeing you pull it off was really something. Everything you said was exactly right. As isolated individuals, we stand no chance against the power. It took years' worth of scars and lots of unnecessary suffering for me to understand that for myself. The Pyro Archon's plan will unite us as one. Everyone has a part to play. Only then will we have the power to defeat the strongest of foes. Tupac, a warrior from the people of the Springs. I fought against the Abyss during the invasion 500 years ago.
I've heard that name before. You were the giant who—
Since you were able to awaken my words from your ancient name, that means you have fully embodied the aspirations of the Wayab. Under the name Umoja, you shall unite the tribes and save Natlan from its
Me?
As long as blood still runs through your veins, even the tiniest spark of steel against stone can ignite a flame. Its blaze will become even amid everlasting darkness. Our bonds remain eternal.
So many memories. So that's what happened.
What do you mean?
500 years ago, they foresaw the very crisis we're facing now. Efforts to save Natlan started all the way back.
We can go over the details once we get back. I know bits and pieces, but
This sounds like something that's going to need... Okay, that should...
I hear your voice.
Great. I was going... I'll keep searching.
You are all your ancient. Focus the story. It gladdens me to see the Pyro Archon's plan. Go now, my children.
I know we've never met before, Wyab. Thank you for encouraging...
Whoa! What's going on?
we're out of time.
It's the power of the Abyss. Quick,
It's a Seelie! The Seelie opened the way for us! The opening in the sky! It's closing!
We need to hurry, or we'll be stuck here.
watch out for the falling rocks! Quick, through the middle! Come on, faster!
We'll never make it!
You've done well. Now come home.
We're back!
The Pyro Archon saved us.
But she's not here. Yeah, didn't she say she used it all up?
She's still in the speaker's chamber. What we saw in the Night Kingdom was just her consciousness.
So you're saying her consciousness did all that?
Every great display of power comes at a price.
You must feel terrible, Kachina. Just hold on. We'll get you to a doctor soon. Let's get back to the stadium. The Pyro Archon said she'd have a doctor waiting for us.
I recommend getting a full checkup, just to make sure no damage gets left behind.
Paimon feels okay. What about you, Traveler? Right. You always seem to do pretty well against the Abyss.
Let's get going. We need to share what we learned in the Night Kingdom as well.
Right. The Wyatt mentioned something about the Pyro Archon's plan. What is it exactly?
I'll let her explain everything. We're all a part of the plan now. Every move we make from here on out will decide Natlan's ultimate fate.
Huh. There's a lot less stuff here than before.
It's good to see you all here in one piece. I know you must have a lot of questions, but
Thank goodness you made it back. Take a seat, everybody. All right, that should do it for now. I have to say, though, I've never seen anyone react to the Abyss like you, Traveler. It's like you're completely immune to its power.
She's always been special like that. She can even purify its power. Wait, now that you mention it, Paimon doesn't think she's affected either.
Given the current situation, that ability will likely play a great role in the events to come.
Of course. I still have patience to see, so I'll head out.
Thank you, Koichi.
All right. We might not see eye to eye, but we both had good intention. Just give it time.
Yeah.
All right. There's so much to discuss, I don't even know where to... I'll get straight to the point. Natlan is on the verge of destruction. It's very possible our nation has less than a year before total devastation.
Huh? No.
That's right. But I've only ever disclosed that fact to the handful of people working with me to save our looming destruction.
Mualani told us
500 years ago. Unlike the other nations, Natlan never had stable. The battle against the Abyss was exceedingly... Even then, it took and still. The problems plaguing the Night Kingdom are all the more... Immediately after the war, But at that time, our civilization was done if we didn't bring the nation. So, the Archon had a long and involved discussion.
So that's what happened. After finding Kachina, I encountered... Since the plan was mentioned, but there's still something I don't understand.
Huh? But that doesn't make any sense!
That's right. The hardest thing for humans to overcome has always been... A god can extend a human's life by using a certain amount of divine power. But, as we all know, Natlan doesn't have gods like that. We can only rely on our... A human life is like a flame, only by dying before...
So, in other words, this is your second life?
Yes. We only managed to defeat the Abyss all those years ago because the tribes came together as... If the Natlan of the future was to have a fighting chance, the Pyro Archons that came after the war had to rebuild the decimated tribes. The goal was to reunite the people and restore the strength of each tribe's Wayab. Once a tribe was back to its full strength, the tribe's Wayab would select a hero, indicating the tribe was once again ready for war. The Chosen would then stand by my side in defense of our nation, just like great heroes of old, 500 years ago.
So that means... I'm one of the Chosen?
That's right. You bear the ancient name Umoja, the same one held by the hero from your tribe 500 years ago. It means unity. After your adventure in the Night Kingdom...
So in other words, You always knew who the
Yes. According to the 6 heroes successful once again, it...
Just like how the Ode of...
Exactly. It's just another tack. If we want to unblock that... So, I've tried... Currently, Shilonen of the Children of Echoes, Kinich of the Scions of the Canopy, and Iansan of the Collective of Plenty have all been acknowledged by their names. During your adventure, you too earned the acknowledgement of your Wayab Mualani. In the process, you gained the memories stored within your...
But we have less than a year!
Yes, but we have no choice. We cannot start the plan until all the heroes have been gathered. That's also why I haven't been able to take action despite the urgency of the situation.
But if you knew this whole time, why didn't you just tell me about my role in all this?
Perhaps, but the opposite. Just like your determination to save Kachina.
So I suppose you're not going to tell us who the final 2 heroes...
That's right. Their time is yet to come. Putting pressure on them beforehand will only hinder their development. I can only trust in the judgment of the Wayab. I have never believed I could solve this crisis. Natlan's salvation lies not... You're quite perceptive, aren't you?
Huh?
Even though I sacrificed my power, after all, I was the one who... In addition to their sentimental...
Fuel?
Yes. The stories embodied by those items are certainly important. But there's an even more significant trait they all share. Every item belonged to a hero of Natlan. Over time, they became imbued with a certain amount of contending fire from being carried in battle. On their own, each item's power is limited. But together, their combined effect can prove quite useful in a dire situation. By burning those items, I was able to activate the contending fire stored within them to open the boundary between the 2 worlds. It was a rather crude approach, so all their power was depleted in an instant, as you can see.
But weren't they all precious treasures? What about their stories?
That's exactly why I dragged you all here. No matter what, I never wanted the Pyro Archon to have to use that power.
You have nothing to be sorry for. And then, it would only be... Besides, when those heroes entrust... If they knew those items helped save the present...
Even when you put it...
The people and the events of the past are... If you still have regrets, your deeds will become new...
Well, we'd still like...
Now that Kachina had... And we could all use the rest. Try not to let it get... All right.
When I was young, I used to sit by the hot springs and listen to the stories of warriors from all over Natlan. They attract people from all walks of life. Friends come easy here, no matter what tribe you're from. The people of the springs have never claimed the hot springs as their own private property. They are there to bring all hot spring buddies together. It's been really nice, seeing the children of my tribe get older. It's helped me gradually understand the true value of the springs. I've witnessed their energy, their determination, their absolute passion for life. Even when they cause trouble, I never managed to hold on to my anger for long. It's unbelievable how quickly they worm their way back into my good graces. I'm certain Mualani will become a great warrior when she grows up. She possesses infinite potential. I can see it. One day, when I'm no longer in fighting form, I'll come here and tell stories to all the children, just like those warriors did for me. So, you better get busy, Pyro Archon, or I'll end up running out of stories.
Our nation is engulfed in darkness. Our tribes stand divided, and yet you promise victory in the distant future. The Abyss is a cunning enemy, one that I faced in battle many times. Were that not the case, I would never understand exercising this degree of caution. My rage will never know absolution. Then my power will no longer aid you in victory. But you came to me because you knew you could convince me with just a single sentence. I understand your choice. The heroes of today will forge the path ahead with blood and fire. Just remember to earn us the victory we are owed. Otherwise, rest assured, I'll find a way to collect the debt. For Natlan.
So, you're gonna head 500 years in the future to serve as the Pyro Archon again? But what about the you from right now? You're just gonna die?
You can't ask her those questions and expect her to answer, my dear. The decision is hers to make, and she deserves our support. We will do everything we can to rebuild the tribes. Don't you worry. Even across time, we will all do our part to fight for Natlan's future.
Yeah, Mom's right. We'll always believe in you, sis. Oh, seriously though, Dad should be here. Where is he?
I imagine he didn't know what to say, so he chose not to come at all. Don't take it to heart, my dear. That's just who he is. Just remember, no matter what happens in the future, we will always love you.
I'll come find you one day. I know I can't live that long, but I'll think of something. There has to be a way for us to meet again one day. If there's an answer out there somewhere, I'm gonna find it. So, don't forget about me.
If that's your decision, then you have my full support, Archon.
May our children live to see such a lovely son.
For Natlan!
No one fights alone. The rules are my legacy. They shall grant us the strength to overcome the next tragedy.
War forged the 6 tribes, taught us how to fight, instilled in us what it means to love.
Who will be the one to bring this to an end?
We are the inheritors of memory and legend. Those who grew alongside sun and wind. Those who forged our own destiny and future. That is Natlan's fire. The lifeblood of our nation.
You here for the victory feast too?
Oh, no. I knew Chaska would be here, so I just came to deliver some medicine. I was about to leave, actually. But it's not that I don't want to celebrate Kachina and the others. I'm so glad she made it back. It's just... well, I'll make things awkward if I'm around my sister right now.
Ah, well, you two had a fight, so Paimon can understand.
She didn't cause any trouble during your trip, right?
Yeah, she was super helpful. She gave us a lot of useful information about the Abyss.
That's good. That's all I needed to know.
Is there a reason you asked? You were pretty outspoken when we first met, but now it's like you're holding something back.
Maybe it seemed unreasonable, picking that fight with her before you left, but I did it for a reason. Her impulse to fight is extremely strong. Her mental strength helps her rein it in, but she still loses control sometimes. I had no idea what you might face in the Night Kingdom, so I didn't want to take any chances.
So what you're saying is...
Okay, so maybe it sounds a little stupid, but it works pretty well. It helps her keep her cool for a little while, at least. Anyway, I'm just glad you were able to make it back safe and sound. That's all I wanted.
But do you really have to go that far? Can't you just talk it out?
No way. Chaska never opens up about her own pain, especially to her family. She can't learn about this, or it'll be even harder to help her. I appreciate the understanding, and don't worry. I'll find a way to help her ease this burden. Anyway, I need to get going. Enjoy the celebration. Oh, and if you ever need a doctor, you know who to find.
Huh. Who would have thought there was a deeper reason behind their arguing? In the end, it's all the Abyss's fault. Paimon's had enough of them.
We mercs have one simple rule. Whoever pays the most is your new boss.
Don't worry, I always win anyway.
Give up. Hesitating will do you no good. What do you need? What do you need?
must choose carefully.
Don't worry. I always win anyway.
What do you need? What do you need?
I must choose carefully.
Don't worry. I always win anyway.
Hesitating will do you no good.
Let's give a huge round of applause to our brave young warrior, Kachina!
Woohoo! Well done, Kachina. Thank you, everyone. I'm so glad I finally made it.
I always knew you could do it. With so much potential at your age, you have a great future ahead of you.
You're one to talk. Don't think I didn't know you were the first person to abandon your team. I'll be dealing with you when we get back.
I had no choice. My friend invited me. I couldn't just say no.
Oh, really? So you weren't just trying to get ahead in the first round?
I wasn't, I swear. I just happened to find that bearer injured in the wild, so I stopped to bandage his wounds. When he insisted on repaying the favor...
But the fact of the matter... I'm really sorry, Kachina.
It's amazing.
So, what about you guys? Did you make it far?
Our team captain drank too much the night before the competition and turned up late to the stadium on the day.
Serves you all right. No sympathy from me.
All right. There's, dear friends, I'd like to say a few words. Firstly, I'm grateful to my friends and our great Archon for helping to bring me back. This traveler and her companion Paimon are some of the strongest people I've ever met. If they were allowed to participate in the pilgrimage, I have no doubt that they'd win the whole thing. They've agreed to let me learn from them. With their help, I believe I can become even stronger still. And let's not forget my good friends, Moalani, Chaska, Kanich, and Aeon-san. They all helped the Traveler and Paimon figure out a way to bring me back from the Night Kingdom. They too deserve to be called our heroes, so please give another round of applause for them. Thank you so much.
Well said!
I'll drink to that. How does it feel being a hero, Kachina?
To be honest, it's a bit overwhelming. It all just feels so surreal.
Well, you better get used to it. Next up, undefeated champion!
Hey, please don't make fun of me.
You're here.
How did
You look like you've still got questions. Because the thought of you could just as imagine if I couldn't make. Besides, every generation will have its heroes, this one included. Or
Paimon suddenly remembered.
yes, it was. From what I've been able to piece together, I can. She played. Still, it was an impressive. You feel lost. This is a war, and there can be no war without loss. The people of Natlan look to me as...
Yeah,
I suppose. Even if the future ends in and it's this is a pivotal moment. Well, 3, to be precise. There's your resistance to the corrupting power. If you agree to join us, you will not—
Ancient names can—
They can. Possessing an ancient name, the Ode of Resurrection may— Just like in the Night Kingdom, I will be there for you. That is a promise I will fulfill at all—
Yeah, we can—
Wonderful. We've never forged an ancient name for an Outlander before, but—
My lord, we've received word that the Pyro Archon has lost much. Although your injury complicates things, this is most certainly the opportunity.
Victory and defeat are rules, not outcomes. I have never taken advantage of an opponent in a time of weakness, and I don't intend to start now. As for you, I must confess, I did not expect that little trick of yours to save the day.
No matter how dense the fog, you don't have much time. And you're injured on top of that. What do you—
I'm beginning to see just how useful you may turn out to be. You heard something from here, didn't you?
Ad Astra. Thank you for complete.
My people are used to the desert life, but still, I hope that one day they'll be able to find an oasis of their own and leave the sandstorm behind for a better life.